Hello, everybody. It's Chris Johnstone, and I hope you are having a fantastic Friday. Anyways, today I'm going to show you how to convert more of your leads into actual deals. And this is feedback from the private training that we've been doing inside the Freedom Club and inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals group. And last week we did a training with Adriana. And Adriana is one of our Facebook clients, and she walked us through kind of the first couple of days in her follow-up sequence and how she's automating that process in order to convert the leads that we're generating for her into actual quality applications. So what we're looking at here is the total ad spend inside this particular campaign that we're running for her. So we have one of the campaigns pulled up here. We've done 392 leads. Our average cost per lead is about $4.66 per lead, and we've spent $1,800 in ads to generate those responses. Now, the interesting thing about these leads is that they're coming in through Facebook lead forms. So we know that a lot of the contact information is good because it's being pulled directly from people's Facebook profiles. So what we're doing is getting in touch with these leads as fast as we possibly can after they come in. And after the feedback that we got from Adriana's interview, I put together this sequence inside Infusionsoft. And what we've done is we've taken all of the different emails that get sent out and like an outline of what's said over the phone and what's sent out via text message, and we've laid it out inside the campaign builder so that you can get a visual representation of what we actually discussed on the call. So I'm going to walk you through this template as far as how we follow up. And before I get into it, I do want to say there may be a little bit of noise in the background. And it's just completely natural. So when we start recording a video, there should probably be a truck that pulls up in front of our recording place here and start jackhammering. That's just natural to have when you're doing audio recordings on a Friday afternoon, right? Anyways, there might be a little bit of noise in the background while we go through this, but don't worry, the content is more than worth a little bit of noise in the background. So we start this campaign, and this is kicked off by somebody filling out the form on Facebook. So you can run this inside any CRM, and we're actively working to build this out for you so that you have a CRM program where we can just give this to you. But I wanted you to see it so that you can take it and load it into whatever CRM it is that you have. So the lead is generated from Facebook, and as soon as these leads fill out this information on Facebook, they start this campaign sequence over in your CRM. Now, we're tagging them so that we know where they came from, and then we're applying a lead source to them. And the reason why we're doing that is so that later on in whatever CRM it is that you're using to track your deals, like Jungo or whatever, you can have that tag associated with the contact and passed along with the information so that when you close and fund that deal and then you look at it at the end of the day, you can say, oh, hey, that deal came from my Facebook ads that I was running 2 months ago or 3 months ago or 4 months ago, right? You can actually calculate the return on investment by setting this stuff up properly at the very beginning. Now, after that lead is applied with a tag, there's a lead notification. Now, this is a direct phone call reminder that goes out to the internal team. So this is an email that is triggered immediately to the person that's working the leads, and it basically says, hey, you've got a new lead, call this person. And inside this particular system, inside Infusionsoft, you can trigger that via text message as well, so what your salespeople can actually follow up in real time even if they're on the road. So that triggers off that real-time phone call, and then there's an email that's immediately sent out to that lead, and that email has a free list of open houses inside of it. What you're doing is fulfilling the obligation to that person. So you said, hey, fill this information out, and we're going to send you a weekly list of open houses, right? They want to get emails from you every week. Remember, we talk about how that list gets bigger and bigger and bigger and more powerful the longer that you run your Facebook ads. So this fulfills the obligation and then sets a future obligation that next Friday we're going to send you this list, and we're going to send it to you every Friday. You can opt out at any time, and if you want to find out how much home you can qualify for, give us a call at X, right? Every single one of these emails has a pitch for the pre-approval in it. Now, this all happens right away. So the lead opts in, the tag's applied, the lead follow-up specialist is notified, and the email goes out all right like that. Then the system waits 10 minutes and runs between 8 a.m. in the morning and 8 p.m. at night. If the lead comes in at 8:05, nothing happens until the next day, right? And it triggers off at 8 a.m. in the morning. So this will hold that contact until 8 a.m. or 8 p.m., right? Then a ringless voicemail is sent out. And the way that that works is their phone doesn't actually ring, but the voicemail is inserted, so they get a notification on their phone, oh, hey, I missed a call, and it is the recorded voicemail that you record inside the system. And that, again, just says, hey, it's so-and-so, just wanted to confirm that we got your request for information. I just wanted to follow up, let you know that every Friday we're going to be sending you the thing, and if you want to know how much home you qualify for, just feel free to reach back, call me at this number, and we'll get you taken care of. Just a super friendly confirmation that you got the request for information and that you're just following up and what you're there for, how you can help those people, right? Then it waits 5 minutes and then sends a text message. So the way that this is structured to look like, this person opts in, it waits 10 minutes, and then it looks like you called them, you missed them, and then you send them a text message 5 minutes after. So it doesn't all happen at once. It feels natural to the contact who's coming through the system. And this text message just says, hey, first name, sorry I missed you. Here's my contact details if you have any questions, right? Super friendly, non-intrusive, but very effective. Then it waits 4 hours and runs between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. There's another trigger that goes out to the person that's working these leads that tells them, hey, don't forget, call this lead back. So if this lead has come in the morning, right, there's going to be another reminder in the afternoon for that person to follow up. So your lead conversion specialist can follow up with that person 2 times on the first day. Can't stress how important real-time communication as soon as the lead comes in is in converting the most amount of these leads into actual pre-qualifications for you. Now, after that second real-time phone call goes out, we wait a day, and then at 10:15 the next day, we send another email. Now, this email gives an added benefit that the lead didn't know about on the first email. So they've opted in for a list of open houses every Friday. This email goes out to them and says, hey, did you also know that we can customize a list of all of the homes that are on the market right now and send you a customized list based on the number of bathrooms, number of bedrooms, square footage, and then gives them the pitch to reach out if they're requesting more information. Now, the cool thing about that is that people will say, oh, hey, I want that as well. They'll reach out to you, you qualify them over the phone, and then you have a nice, warm referral that you can then pass along to your real estate professional, right? It's just a great way to go out and generate more of these internet leads into real contacts that you can follow up with your real estate partners with. Then it waits 15 minutes, drops another ringless voicemail. This ringless voicemail is just a quick follow-up. Wanted to make sure that I touch base and make sure that you got the information that you were looking for. And if you're interested in knowing how much home you can afford, feel free to let us know, call us back. Again, all of this is triggered off without you having to do any physical work. This is all happening automatically on the back end. And if you have somebody that can follow up on your leads for you, you really don't have to do anything. You don't even have to make the real-time phone calls that go out to those people. So after that, there's a text message that follows up. And again, it's 5 minutes after the ringless voicemail. So it looks like you called them, you missed them, and then you sent a text following up to the phone call. And it just says, hey, I'm happy to help. If you have any questions, let me know. Then it waits 8 hours and runs at 11:45 a.m. the next day. There's another call reminder that goes out to the internal service. Then it waits 30 minutes and sends them an email. It says, do you know how much you qualify to buy? And this is, again, the offer that says, hey, we want to save your time and make sure that you don't get into any trouble. Right? You need to know how much home you can afford to purchase before you actually get out there to purchase, right? So again, very helpful giving people valuable information, right? Then we wait another day, send them a text message, and it says, would you like a quick financial analysis, which is a follow-up to the email content. So you can see how this all strings together, and when a contact goes through the sequence, it makes sense. They can see how you're trying to help them and why. That's the end of day 4. And then on day 5, there's another internal phone call that goes out to those people. Then we send another email. It waits another day, sends another email. Oh, yeah, and I guess I should explain further what's inside these emails. So this is, would you like some home selling tips as well? Now, this is another offer, and the third offer on the real estate sequence side of things for you to help convert that lead for your real estate partner. So this is basically saying, hey, you reached out, we can put you on this home finder service, but if you're buying a house, you may potentially have a house to sell. Would you like to know how much your home is worth in today's current market conditions? I can connect you with a realtor who can give you a home evaluation with no obligation. Just simply let me know, and I'm happy to make that introduction for you, right? So you're just pitching the third offer. So they can buy or they can sell, and that's basically the offers that you're putting in front of them. Then we wait a day, and then we send a whoops email. And what this is designed to do is to build rapport with this lead and introduce you as a real person by saying, oh, hey, I made a mistake. I've sent you all this information, and I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Chris, and it's kind of weird for me to talk about myself, so I figured I would just leave a couple of these testimonials from my past clients so that you can see what type of service we provide to our customers. And it's a great way for you to introduce yourself, make yourself a real person so that it doesn't feel like this, super heavy business follow-up, but at the same time, use client testimonials to convert that person to the point where they feel comfortable reaching out and working with you because they can see what other people are saying online about you, right? Then you wait another day, send them another SMS. And this SMS, which is a text message, is basically just saying, hey, I've been sending you some follow-up and I haven't heard back. I just want to make sure that you're actually serious. I don't want to keep sending you messages if you're not interested in actually purchasing, so just let me know, right? Just a simple message that basically says, hey, I want to provide you quality information and not pester you. Are you actually interested? And what that's doing for you is it's letting the people that don't really want to be in the sequence opt out, and the people that are very high quality to raise their hand and say, yeah, I'm interested, still send me the information, I'm just not ready right now, right? And that helps you to identify people that are ready to go right now, people that you're going to be able to convert in 3, 4, 5 months time, and people that you can just take out of the funnel completely, right? Then we wait a day. There's an internal phone call that happens from the team and an email. This email invites them over to your Facebook business page or whatever active networks you're on social media, where it could be Facebook, it could be LinkedIn, could be Twitter. It doesn't really matter. All you're saying is like, hey, come connect with me. Here's where I hang out. You can ask me questions, get valuable information. Come on over and join us. Then it waits a day. And email number 7 is the same as this text message up here. It basically says, are you still interested in buying or selling real estate? Should I continue to put the effort in to send you this information, or are you okay? Then it waits an hour and then triggers a ringless voicemail. Now, inside this sequence, if at any point they complete any of these action items, so they reply to an email, they call back on the text message, or they respond to the ringless voicemail, what that's going to do is detect that they have replied back to the message and take them out of the sequence, right? Because you don't want somebody at the end of day 1 to get on the phone with somebody and say, hey, yeah, I'm interested, let's set up an appointment, and then all of a sudden you're sending them all this weird communication after you've actually talked to them. So the way that this is set up is that when somebody calls back in, you take them out of that sequence, and that's basically how you should structure this whole thing to set up so that it runs for you. So that's basically a more detailed view and an overview of the follow-up sequence that's happening initially. And then keep in mind, we have a secondary sequence that's happening at the same time, where every Friday they're sent the exact same email. And every Friday it just says, here's your weekly list of open houses, here's the link, and oh, by the way, if you don't know how much home you can afford to buy, you need to get pre-qualified. Fill out your information here. And it's basically just driving them all to the pre-qualification. So again, we're taking Facebook leads and converting roughly 4 to 5% of those Facebook leads into pre-qualified deals that are actively out shopping. So that takes all of just all the stats out of it. The end result that you're left with is for every 100 leads, you should have roughly 4 pre-approved buyers coming through the process following this type of follow-up sequence in the business. And again, if you're one of those people that doesn't necessarily have a ton of staff or any staff at all, and you're thinking, wow, this is a little bit advanced, just take out a couple of the phone calls and just make 1 or 2 phone calls yourself, and then let the system do the work. This saves you hours and hours and hours of time. And when your database gets to the point where you're working 300, 400, 500 leads, it's these type of systems that continue to bring the highest quality leads out of that funnel as phone calls to you. You've got to set this stuff up first. Otherwise, you're just leaving money on the table. And that's why I wanted to make this training for you here today. So anyways, my name is Chris Johnstone. And if you're interested in having our agency manage your advertisements for you and really start to drive the quality leads into the funnel that are going to convert, post a comment below or just send us an email at support@connectionincorporated.com. We'll also so connectionincorporated.com is the name of the company, and we're ranked here on the front page of Google for Guelph SEO, which we should be, right? If that's one of the things that we do. We're really good at local SEO for mortgage professionals and Facebook ads. Those are the 2 things that we do really well. But just check out our website, connectionincorporated.com. Drop us a contact form and ask for a free consultation. We'll get on the phone with you and walk you through a campaign. Make sure that it's going to actually hit your goals, make sure that it's a good fit for your business, and then talk to you about how we can potentially help you. So if you're interested in having all this done for you, reach out to connectionincorporated.com. We're happy to help. So I hope you're having a great day, and hope you have a fantastic long weekend, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday. Later, everybody.